Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just That I Am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did job quests. Today we're going to go and do even more job quests. Blah blah blah. Blob quests. Satoto, you appear to be doing much better. Even your complexion has returned to normal. Indeed, I too noticed that my skin once again glows a healthy shade of green. Then, now that Satoto has recovered, our search can begin. Ere we depart, let us quickly review what we know. Satoto's father was a scholar in the Royal Marines who had been dispatched on a mission to infiltrate Amdapor. He was to return with a cure to the disease that threatened to engulf Nim, only he never did. Yes, I am almost certain he was caught, captured and then killed by the Amdapori. Even if that was not the case, after 1500 years, we can safely assume he is no longer alive. I hold out hope, however, that some of his belongings remain. The Amdapori were extremely dedicated to expanding their knowledge of healing magic. Anything in a scholar's possession would have been of incredible value to them, and had your father been captured, they would have confiscated all that he had. He would then likely have been transported to a remote and secure location for interrogation. That means our chances of finding anything that once belonged to him will be highest in Amdapor Keep. Oh, Alka, not only are you terribly kind, but you're keen of mine as well. Thank you. Now, in the final years of the War of the Magi, Amdapor was demolished by Maki. It was overrun with a myriad of Voidsand beasts that linger to this day. As we forge forward, you must be sure to keep your wits about you. Amdapor Keep is fraught with dangers both known and unknown. I know, I've run that dungeon one too many times in my life, and I don't think I ever want to see it again. However, I keep seeing it again whenever I do any roulette, even if I have all the other dungeons unlocked. Anyway, moving on. I'm fine. Trust me. Sometimes I really wish I had like face cam kind of deal, because that would be... I could do some stuff with my face. I need help, man. What the hell's wrong with me? We finally made it, Lynn. If you're ready, please lead the way. But you're a tank. You're supposed to lead the way. I'm just a frail healer. Whoopsie. Right. We start with caution. We know not what dangers lurk ahead. Whoopsie. There we go. Trying to remember. I really at some point need to like work on my scholar thingamabob. Yes. On my scholar what is it called? What am I looking for? My scholar hotbar, there we go. Because currently the one for Lynn and the one for Fred are different. And in general just don't have that much stuff. Or like it's... I just don't play Scholar that much. That's what it comes down to. Also, while we are doing this, level 64 gives us Broil 2. Nice. Broil 2, let me go and check actually. Oh yeah, just Broil Mastery, yeah. Because normal Broil is 220 and this is 240, so 20 extra potency in our normal attack. God dang it. Run, you fools. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing in the bag. Bag yell. Go get him. Kick his ass. May as well use my stacks to do this. I don't need them in a moment. Rip that boy. Brum. Brum bum 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 bum. Music is still good though. Right, a tomb. Interrogation of the Nimian spy we apprehended is scheduled to soon take place at the Moot Hall. The healing powers his people wield are not like those of white magic. Because of what it takes, we must find a way to determine the mysterious source of his power. We suspect his robes are crucial to his spellcasting. They will no doubt hold some of the answers. For now, however, we will be sealing them away in one of our mana idols. Mana. Mana. I couldn't theory pull more, I guess. I have no idea how beefy the tank boy is, but whatever. I'm taking my time with this. Can't really say that I'm very experienced with the ways of the scholar. Even though I'm probably competent enough to be able to heal just about anything with this, except for like hard content. And with hard content, I mean like actually like hard content, like not the name, like not the thing that they call hard in this game. With that I mean stuff like Savage and Extremes. I mean I think Extremes would be fine still, but Savage would definitely be a challenge and a half. But I have no idea. Like, I have no reason to play Scholar because we already have a perfect Scholar in the party. One who will play the job better than I ever can, I think. Yeah, there is like one thing that I guess this is something with like all the healers, but I feel like I notice it the most with Scholar. There's not a lot of stuff to do like with our global cooldown dealios. Hello. Full to the brim with treasure. Hey. This is what we're looking for. Let us leave it. Actually, what am I talking about? I don't know, man. I'm a little confused. I don't know what to think about Scholar in any case. It's like my... It's the one job that I do not understand how to play it properly. But I guess, is there a proper way to play it? Like, who knows? I mean, there is, probably. Oh no, not the Mana Snatcher. So many... Oh, great gods, that beast over there. Is this gonna work on all my party members? Yeah, okay. This isn't a Rummer Born. Okay. Looks like he's gonna drop. Little balls of lightning that are gonna blow up. Okay. Once in a while. Yep, that's horrible. Run, you fools. Had I known that, that would have changed a lot of things. We're going to do emergency tactics, and do one of these. Do some heals. I should probably use, which one is it? This one. Does it still have the... Yes, it does. Got it. There we go. Whoops. Yes, no. Look, it's a Nemean grimoire. I recognize this. It's my father's, and these. These are his robes, and they're from the day he left. All of it has been so perfectly preserved. It's almost as though he were wearing them but yesterday. Oh, what's this? Is that his soul crystal? Yes, and within slumbers a fairy that has been with my family for generations. Thought I had lost nearly everyone to that godforsaken war, and the terrible disease that followed. Yet, in spite of all odds, here she is, the last of my family, sitting right in the palm of my hand. I would give anything to see her again. Lilac? Lilac, please answer me. That looks more like Void Scent than anything else. Sototo, what happened? Wake up! Then something's wrong. She's not responding. We must get her back to Camp Tranquil immediately. Okay. Looks more Void Scent like to me, but who knows? Who bloody knows? Then, you're Royal Marine, an outstanding scholar besides. Surely you can diagnose what's wrong with her. Sototo has no external injuries, and both her breathing and pulse are stable. Despite this, she appears to have slipped into a coma, from which she will not wake anytime soon. She won't be waking anytime soon? No, that can't be. What in the seven hells happened back there? Troubled civilians in need of a helping hand, I presume. Might the wood whalers be of assistance? Ah, well, if it isn't the adventurer. What brings you to this neck of the woods? Then this is another one of your friends, I take it? So, in essence, a botched invocation rendered this thing unconscious? The solution to that is simple enough. Just leave it there to rest until it wakes up. Thing! How dare you speak of Sototo in such a callous manner? And to think that you would suggest we leave this beautiful young lady out here in the open until she wakes up. You must be mad. Young lady? You're quite sure that's what she is? My apologies. I shall carry the young girl inside and see that she is given a proper place to rest. But before that, this coat of green mucus isn't contagious, is it? Green mucus? That's not green mucus. It's... Never mind. No, it's not contagious. You should be fine. Thank you for your help, sir. It is greatly appreciated. Okay. Alright. At least for now, we can rest easy knowing that Sototo is safe, or as safe as she can be given the circumstances. All should be in order. I have seen to it that your friend has been given a comfortable bed to rest in until she recovers. Then I shall return to Bronze Lake and inform Sir Takar of all that has happened. Perhaps he will be able to shed light on what is wrong with Sototo. In the meantime, I would ask that you remain near on hand and keep an eye on her. Don't worry, I shouldn't be away too long. We'll be away for, like, who knows how long. 60. Okay. Next up is Astrologian. 64 gives me Malefic 3. Which, where's 2? Potency of 160, so potency of 190, so potency increase of 30. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. Off we go to Foundation. For yet another healer quest. While your visit fills my heart with joy, Lynn, I cannot bring myself to smile knowing that the Lady Leviva is troubled so. Though she should be spending these days before the symposium placing her final touch, the final touches on her address to the vault, she instead spends her time wondering about the pillars in a daze, mumbling to herself about earth, wind, and water. I fear that Kyokuho's departure has left a gap in Lady Leviva's heart that she knows not how to fill. I have tried at length to set her mind at ease, but one need not be a reader of stars to guess how well that ended. Perhaps if you spoke with her, she would finally listen to reason. Lady Leviva. Why you so sus? Here comes the boy. I used it in one of my videos earlier. It's so good. It's so adorable too. It's ridiculous. Lynn, to what do I owe the honor? No, let me guess. Our good friend Jennikin asked you to talk some sense into poor addle-pated Leviva. And oh goody, today I have the privilege of being lectured by both of you. Why, Lady Leviva? Why, Lady Leviva and Lynn? Imagine finding you two out here this fair evening. Enough of the theatrics, Jan. I know your play here, as I have told you time and again, I have not forgotten my duty to the Athenaeum or my obligation to the Symposium. I simply need to think. I need time to think. Alone. To which I keep replying, why think alone when you have one of the greatest minds in the realm at your disposal? And Lynn! The greatest minds, eh? Then riddle me this. Why are the results of my reading from that day, both Lynn and Kyokuho arrived, still weighing on my mind? Why does it feel as if I am missing, or rather misinterpreting some devilishly important detail? Peace comes, friends are made, dangerous paths are trodden, knowledge is gained. Did it not already occur? Kyokuho and Lynn both arrive as the Dragonsong War ends. Lynn saves Kyokuho from death at the Steel Vigil, and knowledge of geomancy is shared with the Athenaeum. Yes, but what if the coming destruction told by the inverted spire was not the incident at the Citadel, but something else? Something far more grave. Then that would mean the prophecy's fruit of knowledge and hope was not Kyokuho's stories of his art, but something different. Something we will only see by continuing on this perilous path. But is it really the path that is disastrous, or our decision to pursue it? What is your interpretation of the cards, Lynn? What? At the end of the path of disaster is hope. To seek hope would be disastrous. Big promotion is just around the corner. Exactly what I was thinking. Only through the avoidance of some unforeseen peril will hope and knowledge be acquired. And I believe the disaster in question has something to do with Kyokuho's return home, if not the return itself. It could also mean that our friend is in danger. I see where you are going with this, and while I love our red-robed ruckus rouser as much as anyone, excepting Florai perhaps, a journey at this time would mean the cancellation of our symposium, and with that, any chance of the Holy See ever taking us seriously. And now you can see why I've been up here day and night biting my nails to the quick. I apologize. Lack of sleep can work ill on one's humors. But I think your intervention here today may have provided me a solution to our predicament. A solution that I am now kicking myself for not having come to earlier. A solution I myself proposed not days ago, when deciding of how I might attend Kyokuho's opening of the Sixth Heaven. Lynn will travel to Engashi. The reading that only mentioned friends old and friends new. I recall nothing in there about silver-haired theologians from Sharlayan. But how do you propose Lynn find out George? The Far East is a big place. Perhaps we could write a letter? Yes, and address it to Kyokuho Hingashi. No, you dullard. We have something far better. We have the stars and our undying faith that they will guide us to which we seek. Or Lin could start a search in Kagane, the port city from which Kyokuho claimed he came, focusing on locations which serve as exceptional venues for stargazing, a pastime our friend warmed to during his stay with us. Or Lin could... No, wait, that is actually a decent proposal. Lin, you have your quest. May the stars guide you through. Oh, and I will expect reports, many reports. Jan, let us return to the Alright, maybe after a few bells rest. Is Leviva interested in your boy? And Kyokuho? Oh. That would be very funny. Whoopsie. I have stuff for that. Let me grab my stuff. Behold my stuff! Why does it... I hate that. There we go. Let us look for the boy! Regada is packed like a warehouse with multi-storied hostels and tea houses, so the cobbles will ne'er afford a man of a decent view of the skies. No, if you want to see the heavens in all their glory, you must needs make your way up. Take this bridge behind me. There, atop that mighty span, the stars await. She faces directly west of Kagane Castle, out towards the Ruby Tide and Othar beyond. It is said her location was determined by a great geomancer who taught the first Bugyo. Placing it there would ensure the city's prosperity for generations to come. What? Fancy words, Magic Man. Alluring lady. If Shanakinard was here, he would already be there. But he's not here. I'm the only one here. Let's go and talk to this person. You. If it is the stars you seek, then you need only look up. But if it is a fool you seek, one who calls himself a master of wind and water, when in fact he is nothing more than a cheat, a liar, and a disgrace to our noble profession, then perhaps you might find a rat where all rats hide. Near the pier. Alluring lady. My lady. When I wish to walk under the stars, I go with my promise to the Tasogare bridge spanning yon pier. The melting of crimson into indigo is a sight you will not soon forget. Right, on to the bridge. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-da-doo-doo. I see someone has taken my spot. I may just have to slit her throat and toss her body to the tide. I am pulling your arm. Lin, or was it ear? You Westerners have such odd sayings. What brings you so far from home? A path fraught with disaster. Misfortune? Impending doom? Well, yes, the situation may not be as encouraging as my jovial demeanor suggests. It all began several decades ago when the Bakufu decided they were opening the port to foreign trade vessels. To accommodate the influx of ships, a section of ancient coastline forest was cleared. However, doing so angered the entity who had guarded the wood for countless generations, a golden fox named Kinko. A great battle ensued, but claws and fangs were no match for cold steel. Kinko was slain and a new port completed. The fox's spirit, however, remained, spoiling our milk, withering our crops, causing storms that dashed ship after ship against our rocky cliffs. In desperation, the Bakufu turned to the land's most powerful geomancer, my great-grandfather Kazan. Kazan used the power of the sea, the skies, and the land to soothe the spirit long enough that he could erect an invisible barrier that not only protected the city, but ensured that it would prosper. At once, the fortunes of Kagane's citizen returned. My great-grandfather was hailed as a hero, and geomancy as the savior of our nation. Within a matter of moons, the streets were lined with the stalls and tents of would-be seers, people practically throwing coin at them for their advice and blessings. These pretenders, these charlatans, were not interested in the sacred rites passed down to my great-grandfather from his great-grandfather and his great-grandfather before him. They were not interested in maintaining the barrier that preserved Kagane's luster and drove back the powers that would see it fall. No, they were more interested in lining their pockets. And now? Now the bonds that hold the barrier in place are about to break, and there is none left with the knowledge to mend them. The knowledge that died with the passing of my grandfather. And so I set out to convince the geomancers of Kagane that only united would be discovered a means to save our fair city. That only united would be stave over the darkness and bring lasting prosperity to one and all. That only united would my great-grandfather's legacy live on. Alas, I failed. Branded a deceiver by those very men and women who had grown fat on deceit, unable to mend the bonds myself, nor rouse my peers to action, I stood on this very bridge and thought on an answer, and then I saw it in the setting sun. My answer lay in the west. So I packed my bags and headed to Eorzea, in search of someone, or something, anything, that might help me save Kagane. I believed that something astrology, but before I could be certain, I was summoned home. This you already know. Since then I have been coming here every night, hoping the stars might provide me with another revelation. But they remain silent. Lyn, the heavens speak through you. Tell me, what did they say? Solve your own problems. Use astrology to restore the barrier. That's brilliant! I don't know why I didn't think of it. If there was one thing I learned while in this guard, it was that Western astrology is in many ways a complement to geomancy. Used together, they might just work. After all, you need only use your aspect of benefic and you can mend any injury. Is that not so? No, really, I'm genuinely asking. The lesson explaining the finer details of the star's power and how to harness it was conveniently scheduled for the day after I returned home. But you know it all. Tell me you can help repair the barrier. Haha, I did it! Great-grandfather, I found a way to make things right. Well then, we have no time to lose. My great-grandfather created his barrier by anchoring the energies of wind, water, and earth to 4 shrines located at the north, east, south, and west ends of the city. It is there the bonds must be repaired. We shall begin with the nearby westerly shrine on the short pier. This is one of the shrines of which I spoke. It may not look like much, but if it were to be destroyed, the entire city would be overrun with large testicled raccoon dogs and flying rainbow cats. Or possibly just angry spirits. My plan is simple. If I'm correct, aspected benefic will intertwine with the barrier's geomantic energies, mending it as easy as it is flesh. We shall wait until nightfall to perform the rites, for the last thing we need is a drunken ronin breaking our concentration. Or your concentration. Right. Quickly check the shrine and tell me its condition. So worse than I thought, the speed of it. There you go. Magic intertwined like 2 halves of a whole. To the next shrine. We will find it deep in the Rakasui Gardens to the south of here. Hello? Oh, am I supposed to... No, I need to tune first. The extent of the bond's damage. Oh, hi. So the fox are mending of the first westerly bond must have lured our presence. There we go. this is happening, I'm gonna fill my glass. Yeah, boy. Give me the juice! Apologies. Wait! Stop running! My hands are off the keyboard. Okay. Right, we need to go to Kugane Castle. There's apparently... okay. Appears we have some enemies in the way. Try not to use for myself, not for your safety, for mine. Okay, buddy. I am the Lady Protector of Force. Are these people gonna say anything? Just looking on as we are killing ghosts. Wow. Damn, bro, he did. Evil spirits! The hickening. Ah yes, more spirits. Sekisugume protecting themselves. You know, at least they're like giving you a pretty like obvious path to follow in the enemies. Guess you need not fear getting lost. I mean, I can think of more than one person would still get lost, but that's neither here nor there. Winky face. You know who you are. Come on, boy. Oh, shit. Damn, boy. He's sick. Bye. Bye, bitch. We did it! We repaired my great Carnival's barrier and thwarted the golden fox. Well, hey. A fine display, fine indeed. Though, if it were I might have used gravity instead of malefic when the foul creature hit. Ah, right. I'll be staying that tongue of mine again. Kyokuho, I told you there were spirits in the streets. And you arrived just as they are vanquished. How fortunate. Yes, Master Murakuma. The bonds are mended, made whole with western magics, and a little shoulder grease. Or was it knuckle grease, then? Western magics? And this Aegean lady is none other. And wait until you see the reinforced bonds. The energies twist together with ours like sun and moon. Like darkness and light. They are as one, Master. And I was right to summon you home. Pardon my intrusion, traveler. I am Murakumo. Second pupil of the great Kazan and instructor to young Kyokuho. But with Kagane safe, I can now return to Ishgard to complete my training as an astrologian. Huzzah! Absolutely not. While you have mended the weakened bonds for now, their ephemerality remains. Unless you expect your friend here to remain in Kugane for the remainder of her life, you will need to find a more permanent solution. In other words, the bonds must be laid anew. But you know as well as I, the secret to laying those bonds died with my grandfather. When a day goes by that I do not suffer the burden of my ineptitude. And I shown promise in the art as her grandfather did, perhaps Kazan would have entrusted me with the knowledge as well. But he did not, and now they are both gone. We can lament that which we cannot change. Oh, wait, we can lament that, yes. Or we can put aside our past failures and seek the path which leads us forward. My master is right. Perhaps there is something in my grandfather's tomes, or perhaps I may still find a way to win over the geomancers to our cause. There is always hope, is there not? If anything, you've given us time to search for an answer, and for that I am grateful. The city would be as well, if they knew you had saved them from an army of angry wraiths looking to devour their souls and defecate their bones straight to the darkest of hells. In his haste to find a difficult answer, he looks past the simple ones, right before his eyes. It may take Kyokuho some time to realize, but you are the hope which we seek. In time, he will come to see it as well. Nodders. Where the heck is he? Just ran. So I guess this is farewell, unless that is your staying. You're staying? She's staying, Master, she's staying! What changed your mind? No, don't tell me. Knowing that you will be here with me and Master Murakumo is enough. I was beginning to worry that I would do the next time that... I was beginning to worry what I would do the next time the city was invaded by King Kar's minions. The Master can barely make his way out of the privy each morning, let alone battle bloodlusting specters. Now to mention it, this all reminds me of that reading Lady Laviva conducted the morning I arrived at the observatory. Something about friendly paths lined with dangerous fruits, fruit bushes winding their way to hope. I hate the way that this talks. It actually screws me up. Could the stars truly have predicted all this? If so, I'm impressed. I will need to think more on the issue. Until then, might I suggest you continue the refinement of your art here in scenic Hingashi? You will find our beasts just as formidable as yours in the west, if not doubly so. Well, that was... Did I... Oh. I forgot, because I did white... Was it weird, like, Scholar and Astrologian already 39 minutes? Jesus. Fucking Christ. Let's take a look. What do we get at level 64? Riddle of Earth. Which reduces damage taken by 20% and gives you, also, like for 10 seconds. Also, grants Earth's reply upon taking damage, which gradually restores your HP for 15 seconds. That's pretty good. Ah, yes. Let's get my tickets out again. Hand it over. That ticket you have. Mom told me it is my turn to go to the concert. Cross-fist training. My. You look well, sister. Stronger than when last we spoke. Our membership too grows stronger. Word spread after the speech. Others have come to learn, but it is too soon to be satisfied. I would welcome more to the faith, but there are villagers still who doubt us, our authenticity and our purpose. To convince them, I would demonstrate our techniques in real combat by way of a cross-discipline match. For our opponents, I have the pugilists of Ul'dah in mind, assuming they are willing. We are well known in the Pugilist Guild. If you ask, they will surely listen. Will you speak with them on our behalf? You have my thanks. Go well, Lynn, and my regards to Master Hamon. Amon! It's Amon-mon! I feel like a lot of the level 65 stuff has instances in it. Which is probably why it's taking a little bit longer than what it took before. Which makes sense, we're halfway through the quests, so. Hello, Hamon. Oh, it isn't a familiar face, and one I'm rather fond of. Chuchito, Rurakuta, sorry, we have an esteemed guest. Lynn gods, how long has it been? Well, seems I picked a good time to take a break from my wanderings. It's good to see you again. That is it. Now then, what brings you here, lass? Cross-discipline match. Why, that sounds exciting, don't you agree, Master? Her body is so far. Well, be on the other side of, well, mostly sinewy Highlanders and male ones at that. Now, the switch coming from a sinewy Highlander and a wrinkled old one at that. I, for one, would welcome the challenge. I was growing weary of pummeling Chuchito senseless. Says the one on a losing streak. But of course we'll go. After all you've done for us, it's the least we could do. The sooner the better, I take it, and there's no time like the present. We'll head out at once. Hurry up and pack your things, we're going to Garabania. You're going ahead, lass, and that young meter guild know to expect us. It's on like an Alamegan monk. Let's back to Alagana. Alagana. Protocol 11, what? Is that like Android 16? Android 16 is the best Android. At least at the point that I'm watching. Just right after Cell. Dragon Ball stuff. Pugilists are on their way. Rolger be praised. There's much to do. I will make the match known to the villagers. Zensa, Ochaka, be on hand to receive our guests. And you, Lynn, Schism. That is to be the venue. Pray take yourself there and prepare. Fucking Schism again. I swear, I hate that place. Because it's not particularly easy. Well, I guess it's fine if you go from Rolger's Ranch. Yes, of course. Everybody loves Rolger's Ranch. Fringe's Gates. Fringe! Kind of interested to see what the next area in Stormblood is going to be about. Since Lynn is a Zayla. So, kind of curious to see what that's gonna do. If it's gonna be anything special. I would hope so in any case. Even though I guess in her story she's not really like... Well, maybe I can think of something. The history of Fred and Lynn are kind of unknown. You are here. Good. People of Alagana expected a quality match. Let us not disappoint them. Soon the girls will arrive at the pugilist. I also told the professor, but he will not attend. Science before savagery, he says. Ah. Sevenas, what are you... Ah. Sunso and Chaka, they are in trouble. The voices came from the river. Rid Melin. Have this little freaking cheerleading squad following us around. What is this, One Piece? I love this crab. It's the best fucking mount in the game. Look at him go. Look at how fast he's going. Zooming around the place on his beautiful little legs. Whee. Corpse Brigade, huh? That's not particularly douche at all, I like to say. Anyway, eat shit. He died. He looks... Yeah, he's dressed up like the Griffin. My techniques, they have no effect. Ha 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 ha. I'm evil. Maniacal laughter. Well, well, we thought we knew every elm of your style, but you, adventurer, you're not like the others. You are the Griffin, a wretch who led countless soldiers to their doom, good men and women with lives ahead of them. But you are supposed to be dead. The wretch who died was but a double, and good riddance too, for he presumed to have ambitions of his own. I am the true Griffin, and my true name is Theobald, Theodoric's heir and rightful king of Alamigo. Theodoric's heir, king of Alamigo? Aye, and in my royal duty I have come to deliver a warning. Such cults as propagate false beliefs will not be suffered under my reign. Cease any foolish notion of reviving the Fist of Rogger. Swear fealty unto me, or you will meet the same end of as your treacherous forebears. Lies. Theodoric's line is spent, and rightful or no, none would bow before you. The people will not suffer another tyrant. You wound me, Withergelt, or should I say Theodoric, dear cousin. What? Ha! All this time and you didn't know, neither who you are nor what became of your parents? This ignorance cannot be borne, nay, we must rectify it at once. You see, your father and mother, they conspired to betray the royal house. For their crimes, His Grace, my father, put them to death. And though your parents were the dimmest of traitors, they had wits enough to know when the game was over. So they sent their precious Theodoret, then but a bawling babe, to be raised in safety at the Temple of the Fist. Though my father tended to that squalid little place soon enough. You dare mock my parents and my home? Who you claim to be, I care not. I will make you pay. Have you learnt nothing? Your techniques are useless against us. If your defeat suffices not to convince you, look to the proof of your beloved temple's destruction. Listen well, Alamigo needs a strong ruler, an absolute ruler, to smite her enemies and restore her to glory. That ruler is me. Your feeble fist has no place in her future. It is not a good time for the match. With apologies to Master Haman, I must call it off. Zenta Chaka, pray return to Alagana and rest. I shall remain behind to receive our guests. Wait with me, Lynn. No. Here, sorry for the delay, my friends. Having been here once before, I thought I had a handle on the route. But it was the route that had a handle on me. Is something the matter? Aye, harsh truths have been thrust upon me, or before me, calling my very existence into question. As I am no fit opponent for you and yours. Forgive me, Master Hammond. Far as you have come, it pains me to say this, but I must call off our match. Well, you don't do so lightly, it's plain to see. Whatever has happened must be serious indeed. For now, my boy, you'd best focus on yourself. There'll be another time to trade blows. Come, you two. We're going home. Already? We've barely gotten here, and by the scenic route besides. Let me rest a moment, will you? And don't be such a milksop with all your roaming. Sure, this is nothing to you. And Riddergeld, to make it clear, we are merely postponing the match. Whatever it is that ails you now, I have faith that you'll bounce back, ready to match me blow for blow. Mr. Hallman is a soul of kindness. I have nothing but gratitude. Let us return to Alagana. I must look in on Tensa and Ochaka. Meanwhile, please find Professor Eric. Tell him all that has come to pass. Not that guy. Although I am already noticing, or I'm pretty sure I know what role he's gonna play in the storyline. What? Let me paraphrase. You are telling me that Riddergeld, our Riddergeld, the lumbering slab, is in fact Theodoric, nephew to Theodoric, the King of Ruin? That this man who claims to be the Griffin presumed dead also claims to be Theobald, Theodoric's rightful heir, also presumed dead? By the gods, not even a drink-addled bard could make this up. Outlandish details aside, I have an inkling as to the identity of those who set upon you. They are the self-same crew that raised the Temple of the Fist, the Corpse Brigade, trained in counter-monk combat. They serve to the King of Ruin as his personal guard, though personal agents of destruction would be more accurate. But when their liege fell, they followed in their turn, becoming overqualified bandits. Even so, it appears they have not entirely forgotten their training. That would explain why, for all their mastery of the Fist, while Riddergeld and the girls had no answer to them. That you could hold your own, I believe, is due to your pugilistic background. At any rate, now's the time to arm ourselves with knowledge. First of all, I shall look into Theobald's myriad claims. As for you, I suggest that you check on your friend. Knowing the oath, he will be confused and crestfallen to no end. Oh, what a dog doing? I said it every single time. It's because it's a meme that I enjoy. Ah, it is you. I have known defeat. Tasted my fair share, but not like this. I was helpless as a babe. The strength to protect, I proclaimed, but I could not protect my own. All my years of training, all useless. What have I to offer the people? And to think, the Mad King is my uncle. I am nephew to the man who murdered my parents, who destroyed our temple, who brought our nation to ruin. Forgive me, sister. I would be alone. And with that, my friends, that is the end. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Just I was playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode we're going to go and deal with more job quests. And seems like we'll be doing definitely more than next episode, because they are all taking a while. Adios.